Explosion in the NBA world, folks. In a move that has sent shockwaves from coast to coast, James Harden is now a Cleveland Cavalier. Forget what you thought you knew about this season's trade market, because everything just changed. For the past 12 hours, social media has been an absolute inferno of hot takes, memes, and pure disbelief. But we're here to cut through the noise and give you the real story. What pushed this blockbuster deal over the finish line? The answer is far more complex than just X's and O's. So, how did we get here? For weeks, the narrative was all about basketball strategy, team fit, and salary caps. But the truth, the real catalyst for this trade, was something brewing behind the scenes, away from the cameras. Sources close to the Clippers organization have revealed that the decision was driven by personal reasons that created an unsustainable locker room environment. It wasn't just about Harden's on-court role. It was about the fundamental chemistry and harmony of the team. The Clippers, facing a ticking clock on their championship window with an aging roster, felt they couldn't afford any more internal friction. The vibe was off, the energy was wrong, and the front office felt their hand was forced. They needed to make a drastic move to reset the team's culture, and they needed to do it fast. Now, let's break down the nuts and bolts of this blockbuster deal, because the details are just as stunning as the headline itself. The centerpiece of this trade is Darius Garland, who is now headed to the Los Angeles Clippers. This is a massive move for the Clippers, who get a young, dynamic, all-star point guard to pair with their veteran wings. But that's not all. To make the salaries work and to sweeten the deal, the Clippers are also sending out PJ Tucker and a future second-round pick. On the other side, Cleveland isn't just getting James Harden. They're also receiving Amir Coffey, a versatile wing player who can provide valuable depth. The most insane part of this whole saga. The entire negotiation, from the initial serious call to the final agreement, was hammered out in under 48 hours. The Cavs saw a once-in-a-generation opportunity to acquire a former MVP and went all in, pushing their chips to the middle of the table. It was a high-stakes, high-speed negotiation that has completely redrawn the map of the Eastern Conference. The urgency was palpable, and both teams were desperate to get a deal done before the deadline slammed shut. So, why Cleveland? Why, out of all the potential destinations, did the Cavaliers become the team to land James Harden? In his first public statement since the trade was announced, Harden himself gave us the answer. And it's a simple one. Winning. He said, and I quote, "Look at their roster. Look at their youth, their hunger, and the talent in that locker room. This is the best situation for me to compete for a championship right now. The East is a gauntlet, and I believe this team has what it takes to get to the top. I'm here to do whatever it takes to bring a title to Cleveland." Harden sees the Cavs not just as a good team, but as a potential dynasty in the making. He sees a core of Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen, and believes he is the final piece of the puzzle. The veteran playmaker and scorer who can elevate them from a promising young team to a legitimate title contender. He's betting on Cleveland, and he's betting big. Of course, the biggest question on everyone's mind in Cleveland is, how does Donovan Mitchell feel about all this? We got our answer just a few hours ago. Mitchell posted a simple but powerful message on his Instagram story. It was a picture of him and Harden from a past All-Star game with just a 2-word caption. "Let's work." This is a clear signal of approval. Mitchell understands that to win a championship, you need elite talent, and Harden brings that in spades. He asks ready to welcome his new backcourt partner and figure out how to make this dynamic duo the most feared in the league. So, let's hand out the final trade grades. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, this is an A+. They acquired a former MVP and one of the most brilliant offensive players in NBA history without giving up their core defensive identity in Mobley and Allen. They've instantly vaulted themselves into the top tier of championship contenders. The risk is there, but the potential reward is a Larry O'Brien trophy. For the Los Angeles Clippers, this gets a solid B. They managed to turn a difficult situation into a major win by acquiring Darius Garland, a franchise point guard who is just entering his prime. They get younger, they solve their locker room issues, and they set themselves up for a brighter future. It's a move that prioritizes long-term stability over a risky, short-term gamble. This trade isn't just a win-win, it's a league-altering event. What do you think? Did the Cavs win this trade? Can Harden and Mitchell coexist and bring a title to Cleveland? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. This is just the beginning of a new chapter in the NBA, and it's going to be a wild ride. Thanks for watching, and if you want to stay on top of all the latest analysis, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.